Good morning. This is the Dream Match Podcast. I am your host, James Alexander Thomas, and with me is my co-host, Jaquan Anita Smith.
That sounds sexy, low-key.
It kind of did, didn't it? I like that. And yes, in case you are wondering, we are day drinking because we got seltzers, and why not?
Exactly.
So, how was your week so far?
Up and down.
Yeah. Like, does the booty go up, down, or up, down?
That sounds more like a happy up and down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad, you know.
I mean, I got off of work early Friday, so not really early. It was like fucking. I get off at 2, and I got off at like a half an hour early because they were like, "Oh, we don't have any work. You want to go home?" Nigga, send me home at lunch. I've literally been cleaning all day. Like, just send me home. I don't want to be here no more. So this is a Dream Match Podcast where we talk about stuff that we like, stuff that we don't like, and if you don't agree with us, we don't really care. But this is just our opinion. Just like every podcast has an opinion, this is our opinion. So we hope you enjoy it. And the first thing we're going to get into is something I was very excited for, something that I grew up with, something that I rewatch every day, and I even rewatch the sequel, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm going to say this. It was better than the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
So, I'm going to cut you off right there. We don't speak of that.
Okay.
That doesn't exist.
Okay. I'm just going to say it.
Because who the fuck is Ong, bro? No joke. So, look at real quick. When I saw that first episode of the new one, the Netflix series, I said, if they yell Ong, bro, I'm turning it off. I heard Aang. I said, okay, I can rock with this for a little longer.
Every time she said Aang, I kept saying Ong in my head.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. But the things that I couldn't get into the show. It was very one-dimensional, very boring. It was background noise to me. Like, I'll be watching it and I'm like, oh, cool. What's going on TikTok real quick? You know what I mean? Like, or I'll be at work watching it and just something to keep in my headphones. Like, it didn't grab me by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm. Not a single thread.
It did, like, it. There are things I did like about it. I like how the water tribes were like Inuits. They were like native Alaskan people. Mm-hmm. I like how the Earth tribe was like. Fuck, I'm about to get canceled. They were Indians. I like how the...
Wait, which kind are you talking about?
Which one? What do you mean? Which
one? I'm saying, like, you mean like India? Or we?
Oh, India, from India.
You know, some people are Native American.
Oh yeah, Okay. And well, the northern the northern water tribe, they were like Native Americans, if you noticed.
What episode were they in?
Oh, okay, you didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only watched one episode in the back, but I'm on episode 5.
Okay. So it's on the background. When they get to Northern Water Tribe in episode 7, there you can tell the Southern Water Tribe is more Native American, and the Southern Water Tribe is more Native Alaskan. It's crazy. Like, they're like, I like the way they did that, and the fire and the airbenders are like of Asian descent. Like, and I dig that. Like, I'm not didn't whitewash it. Like, I was
nervous they were going to.
I was nervous they were going to too, but it just was not a good show.
I would say my first impression, I didn't like the actors at first. But what made me actually start to enjoy them, because, you know, I was watching here and there, what I liked was the chemistry the actors had together.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because at first, dude playing soccer, I was like, nah, this ain't it. And then he would say something, and it was like he gave you a hint of like the animated character Sokka, and I was like, oh, he just might do it, but it was just very minimal. And I was like, bro, Sokka is goofy as hell, you know. And he's very masculine, which I hate that they didn't really portray that aspect of it. Like when I went to Kyoshi Island,
dude, I was just about to say that.
I think that's episode 2. I saw a few.
Yeah,
but like the Kyoshi Island thing. The biggest thing when he went there is he was like, oh, women are warriors? He was bashing them and shit. Then they whooped his ass.
Yeah.
And he gained respect for him. I'm like, why would you take that out? That's a very pivotal part of the story itself, and also it's a good message to be portrayed. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
don't judge a book by its cover, basically. Exactly. Yeah. But I don't know, dog. Like,
like talking about, did you know the Juntao? yeah. No joke. When he turned around, I saw his face. I said, "Juntao." I was like, looking for his sweet shell and chicken head.
Rush Hour, another great hood movie. But
we left off some.
We did. They could have, to me, speaking of the guy who played Juntao, and they could have picked someone better to play that character.
Yeah.
Like, it was, goddamn, dude, like, it was a hard fucking watch.
The biggest issue I had is even before the show came out, right? They were like, oh, Netflix doing a live action series. In my opinion, everything doesn't need to be live action.
No.
Like, the animation is legitimately perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try to replicate something that's already perfect, you fail.
Mm-hmm.
So you set yourself up for failure to begin with. And then not even that, I heard was like, I want to say maybe a few months into the development process, the creators of the animation stepped away for creative differences.
Yeah.
So immediately that's like, this is a bad sign. So you already have a negative, like, you know, outlook on the show before it comes out, because like these dudes are the reason why the show is great.
Yeah.
And you're changing parts of their story that they created for what reason? And I know they low-key erased the whole love story with Aang and Katara.
That's another thing I want to get into, kind of.
Because, like, I get it, but it was like, that was another pivotal part of the story. Because he had a crush on her, she didn't know, and they were always together. You know, you see as they get older, their relationship builds. You know, we know they eventually get married and have kids. So I'm like, where are you going to go with this?
So Aang is 100 years old. Isn't it statutory?
I don't want to get involved.
I'm just saying, though.
I don't know.
He's 100 years old, bro.
You know, it's funny, that always has been a debate. But technically, so this is a better question, though. When something is frozen, does it still age, or does it age stop?
Apparently not. The nigga's 10 when he wakes up.
I mean, in general, you know what I mean? Because if we're saying you still age while being frozen, what's the point of, for example, I'm going off, but what's the point of freezing your food? Because you do that to preserve it so it lasts longer, and you can use it later.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That made my head hurt. Okay. I look at shit.
Bars.
That was a fucking bar.
That was bars.
God damn. If you get to episode 8, I'm not going to lie, I did like it because I want to see where they're going to go in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So on the app, here's a word to the wise to anyone. If you like something on any type of app and they give you the option to like it, rate it, because that lets the people know that, hey, you like this, we're going to move on. Not necessarily Netflix, because Netflix doesn't give a fuck about what we think. They cancel everything. Everything. But now that they're part of HBO, who knows? They might start listening. So,
yeah. But I think I noticed though, to begin with Avatar, they changed the stuff they changed.
Racist.
The stuff that they changed that made me mad was the little moments. Like, because I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Does Aang actually do his little ball that he sits on? And
Oh yeah, he does.
okay,
And
so
he runs into the statue.
oh yeah, he does it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
he does
so I
that.
was like, where is that at?
It was in episode 3 because they kind of like started talking about like, oh, he's the Avatar, like we have to help him because he's a little child and everything, and it's like, and then Sokka says something about him like playing around, and then like it goes to that part where he's like, yeah, boom, and he falls down. Okay. So yeah, I was just like, yo, that shit was dope, but.
Okay.
I like the kid playing Aang. I'm not gonna lie.
So for me, the actors weren't bad.
Yeah.
I think the story itself that they're trying to use is bad.
Yeah.
Because they jumped so far ahead. Like in the second episode, they already went to Kyoshi Island. And I'm like, there was a lot that happened in the first episode. It was minor things, but I'm like, that's what made the animation great. Was they sat there, they're like, oh, Appa needs a break. Let's go check this town. And they some random ass problem. Like, bro, why don't we just give us that? Like.
I love the cabbage vendor. He's in.
So what's funny is, no joke, that's what caught my attention because I was watching an episode and I was like, that's kind of boring. I looked away and I was on my phone and I heard, my cabbages. I said, oh shit, he's in here. And the fact that got my attention, bro, was crazy.
Yeah. Like, he gets destroyed all the fucking time. And they do, well, fuck it. They do have the, what's it fucking called? The bounty hunter chick with the blind mole,
the sniffing thing.
Yeah, mole wolf.
Yeah,
she's in there.
I feel like that's too early.
Yeah,
but she had to jump in.
They're jumping. Basically, they did seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, all in the first season of this.
So does Toph show up?
No. Toph doesn't show up yet. They're at the end of this season. They're just at the Northern Water Tribe. Spoiler alert.
That is okay. So it's weird. They're picking pieces from other seasons and putting in season 1, but they're still following because I want to say that happened in season 1 too. Like they stayed in the Northern Water Tribe. Do they actually do the whole thing where Zhao tries to
kill the moon god?
Yeah.
Oh, he kills him. Yeah.
We actually go.
Yeah, they go the whole route.
Okay, cool.
And then you see, like, Chow actually shows him, like, or tells Zuko, like, what do you think? Like, you think I'm here by chance? He's like, your father does not want you back. He's like, he's been putting you and your sister against each other.
See, and that's nothing again, because I caught that too. They never, that was one of those things that we knew as an audience, but Zuko was still naive to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fact that you're saying it straight up is really like, it's like I feel like they're trying to set it up earlier for Zuko to turn good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, his experiences are what made him turn good.
Yeah.
And his uncle, which I don't know how I feel about Iroh.
How dare you? That man's a fucking god. I love the guy playing Iroh. I forgot what show it is, but he's in a show where he owns like a liquor store. Fuck, I can't think of what it's called. But he's funny as shit.
I will say this, so my take, I didn't finish the show yet, and I'm very biased because I was a huge fan, or am still a huge fan.
Yeah, I was going to say I am too.
So I'm nitpicking everything.
Oh, I am too. Yeah.
So like, again, I'm not saying like it's bad, don't watch it. I'm going to watch it like I watch everything. Mm-hmm. But it's going to take me longer because I don't care about it, if that makes sense.
No. It took me, only reason I watched it was literally because of the show. Like, if we didn't do this podcast, I would not have finished it fucking at all.
I was going to try it, and I was like, I could probably just BS my way through it.
I finished the last episode this morning.
I was going to. Then my mom called me, and I was like, I ain't got time. So I was like, well, it is what it is.
like, I was sitting there, I'm like, cool. Then the kids woke up. Cool. Carla woke up. Cool. She's like, I'm like, you can watch wherever you want. Just let me finish this for the show. I'm like, I'm writing notes as I'm watching this. Okay, I'm done.
I feel like there is potential there.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, they made little, again, like rushing the story is my biggest problem. So once I noticed they were doing shit too quickly, I didn't like that. And then I was like, okay, that's a turnoff. And then so it made me lose interest. So I've been wrong before in terms of shows. Like I'll watch a show, but this shit is trash. And then 4 seasons in, I'm like, why am I still watching this? Because I really do like it. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not. I'm
What
just
show?
no shows in general. Like, I can't
Oh,
think anything like exactly, but I've done that with a few of them.
mm,
Like, so I'm like, I'm gonna finish the show. This is my thing too though. It's not even about the show because we talked about it earlier. Netflix cancels everything.
you cancel
So
everything.
for me, it's like, do I want to get invested yet? You know what I mean? Like that's the hard part because I don't want to get into it and then start liking it. Then it's like, oh, breaking news. Last Airbender canceled after 1 season, and I'm like, I gave all my time to this fucking show to get canceled.
Like I felt with Teenage Bounty Hunters. You ever watch that show on Netflix?
Never heard of it.
About these, it was these two teenage chicks. They were twins, and they had like they could talk to each other telepathically because they had the twin power. It wasn't like it was just something that they can do. It wasn't like anything like, oh, she has powers, but they can just talk to each other. They can sense where each other is, basically. And it was a really good fucking show. It was like a CW show, but yeah, that shit is fire. I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, I called you racist. And I tasted it. I was just like, ugh.
It's a watermelon substance for those who are wondering.
Racist.
It was in the variety pack.
Yeah, it's called Coon. Shit.
I was watching the Boondocks the other night, and then that reminded me of something. So I'm laughing about it. That's hilarious, but I'm not getting into it.
So the show, like, it was a smash hit. Like, everyone, like, on social media, this is before TikTok. Everyone on social media was like, dude, this show is dope as fuck. It had Method Man, Kadeem Hardison. Like, it was, dude, it was a dope fucking show. And I don't know if it's still on Netflix. They might have taken it off by now.
It's an original?
Yeah.
It should be on that end.
And they canceled it after 1 season. Like, you find out something at the end of season 1, and then they cancel it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, like, why?
Exactly.
But I have a question for you too, sir. If you, let me rewind real quick. I would give this show a 7 out of 10 because I want to see where they're going to go with it. I want to see the development of the actors. I want to see the development of the Avatar. I want to see if they can. I want to see the end battle between him and the Fire Lord, because in the show that was the fucking dopest shit ever.
They have to do that. Like, my favorite scene in that fight is when Aang makes that ball of the
yeah.
And then it busts open and he has that scar on his back and it reconnects with the avatars. If they don't do that in this show, bro, somebody got to catch my fate.
And I want to see who they're going to do. What was the guy's? What did Sokka call him? Boom Boom Bangy Face.
Oh,
the deal with the fucking
Combustion Man.
Yeah, Combustion Man. Yeah. I want to see who they're going to have to play him. Cast him. Go.
Ooh.
Because I have one in mind, and I think he'll dig it.
I got to think about that. Because immediately my brain goes to older people, which
I do too.
They're probably too old now, but I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
the one I have isn't too old now.
I'm trying to think of his dad. Well, the hard part is how big was he really?
He was swole.
Like, you know what I mean? Like height wise too, because like they were kids, so it's like.
Let's just say he was like 6'2", 6'3".
Okay, because I'm trying to think how tall should I be trying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, okay, let's give him 6'2", 6'3", around there.
I don't know how tall this dude is, but I like him as an actor. I don't know his name. He plays Sub-Zero in the Mortal Kombat movie.
In the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Again,
but was Combustion Man? Where was he from though? Was he from Fire Tribe? Oh no! Well, my guy works out then. Cool. Yeah, my guy works out. Yeah, because I think he was fire.
I think technically that was one of those weird like special things. Like I guess it was considered fire, but it wasn't really fire.
Like blood bending.
Yeah. That's like it's technically water or liquid bending.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going to take because I think you're going to get the people who are kind of going to leave the show because of they don't like it. You need a big name actor, someone that people know, someone that people kind of love, and someone that's Filipino, and someone that can like fit the aesthetic of Boom Boom Bangy. I'm saying Batista.
Fuck you.
That's a good casting, huh?
I like that.
Exactly. Because you're not getting away. You're not whitewashing it. Because he's full Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
He's big as shit. He's tall. He's going to be in it for what, 2 episodes at the most.
Yeah.
So it's not a big call for him.
I think I like the fact that I know Batista commits to his roles.
Exactly. Oh, dude,
that's why I was
he's
like,
a great fucking actor.
That's why I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
So
I respect that.
So then that's all. Then that's the only one. If they get someone better, if they get The Rock, I'm gonna be upset.
You know, when you were saying this guy's a good actor, I was like, this bitch says The Rock, bro. I'm walking off this shit right now.
I would
You don't want to see no eyebrows go up before the combustion comes out?
No, the only person I want to see play him is fucking Batista. Now, next question. If you can have one bending power, what would it be?
That's interesting.
Because Carla said...
I'm overthinking it.
You are.
Because you know, so I was thinking, like, how do I cheat and get 2? You know, if you're a waterbender, you can bend blood. Then, you know, going into Legend of Korra, if you're earthbender, you can bend lava or metal.
Exactly.
So I was like, because air just air. I mean, you can't get it. I mean, you could eventually fly and shit if you do that.
But that's what I'm saying. You can fly.
But I mean, just flight.
Yeah, but fire, you can do fire, lightning. Oh, by the way, they do show his sister get the lightning at the end of this, in the middle.
That's something I want to ask you. Was Azula always
crazy? Yeah.
No. Zuko's younger sister?
Yeah.
I don't know what. I thought she was his older sister.
No, she was his younger sister.
See, so I thought, you know, because it's older times, I thought, like, because he was the boy, he was the easiest heir to the fire.
Yeah.
And I thought she just wasn't.
No, she was the younger sister, even in the cartoon.
Because when he said something about that, I was like, what? Because I feel like because in the show too, they make Azula look really young compared to Zuko. And I was like,
but I do like her friends, the one that the one that he ends up marrying. Zuko ends up marrying. She's like, you need to relax. Like she has the same monotone voice as the chick in the cartoon. Like, and I respect the fuck out of that. But yeah, they show her fucking with her lightning power, and they show her like pretty much defying her dad, like he keeps trying to test her. She just goes no, and she like pretty much he was like, what do you mean no? And she just like she starts doing the fucking lightning bending, and he's just like looks at her like, oh fuck, she's ready.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think though, back to your original question, because I'm thinking more practical too. I think I don't want to be an earthbender.
I said the same thing because.
But why for you?
For me, because you can bend earth. I totally forgot about lava because you can also bend metal.
Mm-hmm.
You become Magneto, nigga.
Yeah.
Like you would never need any type of help doing anything because you're an earthbender. Like you got this shit. See, the kids, of course, Kennedy. He said fire.
I'm not surprised. I was like, I can tell.
He said fire. So, Carla said, what did she say? I think she said water. No, she said water because she was like, and Logan said water too. Because he was like, oh, you can blood bend. I was just like,
that evil little kid.
Yeah. He said you can blood bend.
I forgot too. By the way, they have like healing abilities too, though.
Who?
The waterbenders.
Oh yeah.
So that's technically you get a 3 for 1.
That's true.
But I still like earthbending. I say earthbending because I said I'm thinking I'm overthinking it because I was like an earthbend, I'll never be homeless.
Oh, I'll never be homeless.
So I was like, I wouldn't have no house or nothing. Like, nah, I got a little hut.
The sound is what got me. I'm saying right now, I live right next to fucking the mountains. I'm literally burrowing myself in the fucking mountains. I'm finding me some gold, and I'm being rich.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, could you pull gold out of the mountain though? Because it's technically metal.
I don't know. I was thinking more of there has to be ground below the gold, so you can technically
lift everything up. But yeah, so that's that. I don't know, man. Like the show is it's good. It's okay. It's not good. It's one of those things where if you're a fan, you're going to be pissed off, but then it's going to bring you back. Then it's going to piss you off. Then it's going to bring you back.
I've noticed too. I've seen on social media that there's people who actually haven't seen the animation, and they say the show was really good. And I'm like, okay, but the people who grew up with the animation, we're kind of on the fence about it.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, I'm not going to say it's a bad show. I'll say from what I've seen,
it's a mediocre show.
I will say I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh yeah, okay.
Without finishing it, I'm like,
yeah.
It's not bad, and it's not great, but I think once I get past my pettiness, I might enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I'm setting my ways. Like it's never gonna. I don't think it'll reach a 9 or a 10. I think the highest it'll be for me is a 7.5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
which, again,
it's not bad. Yeah. It's still a B plus. Shit, the way I look at it, or a C. It's a C. By the way, I have a bone to pick with you. This has been in my head this whole week, and I need an apology from you right fucking now. So
I don't do apologies.
No bullshit. You're gonna do one of this one. So around, I'm gonna say, 6 years ago, my wife was pregnant.
6 years ago.
Yeah. Hold on, no, because I just thought about this because it just I thought I was petty. In recent news, this shit came up. So 6 years ago, my wife was pregnant, and we took the train down to LA, and we did the NHL All-Star Weekend. And
oh my god!
Yes, nigga. Hold up, no, you wait. Let me tell the fucking story. And so I was on a trivia show with Candace Cameron, which she was absolutely amazing, even though recent things have come up about her. But at the time, she gave me a hug. She respected me. She was cool. Her husband was absolutely amazing. He was a pro hockey player. I can't think of his name. Wayne Gretzky and his 2 kids. Wayne Gretzky is fucking a god, and I bow down to that man. He was the nicest person I've ever met in my life. Then there were 2 people at the end of this show that I was a contestant on. One of them was a person that I said that I did not like because he was a fucking asshole. But his cousin twin brother, rather, was the nicest person I've ever met. He was absolutely a gem. He was very sweet. But the person I'm speaking of, I tried to get an autograph for my friend Jaquan because I knew he was fucking riding this nigga's dick a little bit too hard. You capping ass nigga. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And then when I was like, dude, fuck this dude because he pretty much looked at me and blew me off. But his cousin twin brother was like, oh, do that. Let's take a picture. I took a picture of him. He was super chill. And I moved on with my day. But I came back that Monday to work. I was like, yo, I met fucking Stephen O'Mell. And this nigga is trash. Like, he's a fucking asshole. Fuck this guy. Fuck Arrow. I like Slade Wilson. Fuck Arrow. I hope he dies. He's a fucking piece of shit. Hey, you're just a Marvel fan. You're just fucking, you don't like anything fucking DC. Blah, 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 blah. What happened with Stephen Amell in recent fucking history, Jay? What happened?
I don't know.
Yo, you don't know what happened? He didn't stand with the people that he was working with. The cast of the Flash the cast of the Flash wasn't happy that he got killed off in the show, and they posed next to his fucking gravesite. What happened? Huh?
Side note, I believe he's the reason why Heel or Heels. I don't know if it's an S or a
Heels.
That's why it got canceled. I'm gonna say
that was my next fucking point.
And what made me mad was actually into the show. But I'll tell you this too. I was like, maybe you were being biased, because of that experience you had, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was working at SoFi Stadium, I think this was either not last year, 2 or 3 years ago now. He came to a football game, preseason. I think it was a Rams preseason game, and I was working the VIP entrance. I was a manager there. He walked up, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I look. He said, "Oh shit," kind of like not too loud, but loud. He looks at me. I smile and give him a little head nod. He rolls his eyes, and I said, "No, the fuck you didn't just roll your eyes, motherfucker. I was the only person watching your show when they were trying to cancel that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, only motherfucker supporting you." I was, I bet. And then, so when I started watching Heels after that, I got pissed because I was like, "Dog, really want to watch this show, bro? Because this bitch ass motherfucker's in here."
I got mad that I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead.
No, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know why people act like that. Like, I understand, like, when you're famous, you want to be normal, right?
Yeah.
But the whole thing with me, right, was all I did was give him a head nod. You could have just, he could have chucked up the deuces and just kept walking. I'd be like, "That's a cool motherfucker right there." It would have changed my perception immediately. But I was like, you just roll your eyes?
Fuck all that shit. Where the fuck's my apology at, nigga? I want my apology.
I'm sorry.
What's going on? Huh? Say no. I need to hear it from the Lord above needs to hear it. The Lord.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now we can move on. Now I can be a head man because as soon as this, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna bring this shit up today. Okay. So let's get into the Blade movie. Welcome to Marvel Corner. So,
Because I know where you're going. I just want to, just before you start, I hope that the news we heard was false. Let's go ahead. I'll leave it at that. But you go ahead.
Okay. So the news I heard, and I'm pretty sure he heard the same one, was it's going to be a female-led Blade movie. It is going to focus around Blade basically basically handing the helm over to his daughter. Which, one, I have nothing. Now, let me repeat. Nothing against a female-led movie. I absolutely love the Marvels. I thought it was one of the best new Marvel movies. It was fun. Like I do. I love it. My thing is, you're gonna do Mahershala Ali in his first appearance as Blade. You're gonna Blade to him.
Not even that. I remember. I think Kevin Feige said they asked him like, "How did Mahershala Ali, become Blade?" And he said they weren't even thinking about doing Blade. And Mahershala Ali approached him and said, "I want to do Blade," and that's how I got started. And I'm like, how do you go from that to trying to replace him in the first movie?
Which means they're not even looking for a second movie with Blade for Mahershala Ali. They're looking for Blade 2 to be strictly his daughter.
Yeah.
Which drives me fucking nuts.
This is my thing too, right? If you want to do this, right, then you should have introduced Blade earlier in the MCU. You could have kept him separate. You could have made some bullshit reason why he wasn't a part of anything.
He was always a part of Spider-Man. So
yeah,
let him be a part of that.
So just have him there. And then you could have had, he could have got some chick pregnant. I don't know who the baby mama is. His daughter could have been born. And then you could have, he got snapped away. The daughter was a certain age, like they did Cassie Miami.
Oh, yeah.
You could have the same exact thing. And then it could have been like, now he's getting older and shit like that. You could have, like how they're doing Thor 4, right, for example? They could have like a trilogy of Blade, and on the fourth one, you could have been using that to set up his daughter as taking over.
Oh, you know what? I didn't look at Ragnarok like that. Wait, was it Ragnarok? No, Love and Thunder like that.
I don't think it is. No, I'm just saying, like, if they want to go that route,
yeah.
Trilogy, and then on the fourth one,
have his daughter taking the helm,
and then you could have gave her two, playing trilogy. That would have been the first part of the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
That she could have 2 movies by herself, and then let's say if it wasn't received well, you have her out. If it is received well, it's a win-win in my opinion.
Yeah,
that way. True. Let's say if you don't like it, you can always, Blade has to come out of retirement to save his. You always have that to fall back on.
It's one of those things where it's making me angry because Blade 1 was a fucking masterpiece.
It was ahead of its time. I will say that.
Absolutely, it was ahead of its time. It was one of those things where I was just like, I didn't know this was a Marvel movie when I was a kid.
A lot of people didn't. I had an argument with a friend like a couple years ago. He said, Blade is not Marvel. I said, yes, it is. Said, no, it's not. And I was like, you want to put some money on that?
Now here's what I'm going to ask you. Was it the first Marvel movie to hit mainstream?
It was the most successful. Yeah, first, I'll say that.
Okay, but was it the first Marvel movie? Now I'm gonna put your age in the category here because you're young.
Let's do it like this. Are we talking like in the theaters movie release?
Yes.
You're talking about TV movies count as well?
No. In the theaters movie release.
He's not the first one, I'm thinking.
What was the first one? Come on, make me proud, my boy. Make me proud.
Thing is, I remember there were projects, but I don't know if they were movies or not.
There was one in particular that hit that no one ever knew was a Marvel movie until I'm gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Oh, Howard the Duck.
There it is.
Yeah, because I wasn't thinking. Because I remember there was like some weird, like I think it might have been a TV movie or something with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that was the Fantastic Four, the shitty one. The one.
Okay, yeah. So I was thinking you're going that route, and then that's all. I always forget about Howard the Duck.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah,
everyone forgets about.
So honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
It's fucking awful, but God, I love it. Honestly, like I'm about to get that shit on DVD if I can find it. If I don't get too drunk today, nah, fuck it. I'm already pretty fucking drunk. I was gonna say we should go to Amoeba. No, there's a fucking record store down. Nah, fuck it. We'll do that another day. But yeah, dude, like the whole Blade thing is just. This is why Mahershala Ali was fighting with Marvel because he wants to. He wants a Blade movie, not a Blade female-led movie. Like I'm going to go back to Blade 2. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that was 3.
That was 3?
Trinity. Blade Trinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Ryan Reynolds. Everyone who knows me knows that's my Hollywood crush. I would do anything for that man. He did not need to be in Blade. Jessica Biel. Go ahead.
The only benefit of Ryan Reynolds being in that movie was I feel like no one knew it at the time. I don't even know if he knew it at the time, but he gave us a tease to Deadpool.
He did.
That's the only positive I would say in that movie was that thing.
But Jessica Biel did not need to be in that movie.
See, I thought it was cool how she was Whistler's daughter. But they did it was. To me, she got too much screen time.
Yeah,
she should have got Whistler's screen time.
Exactly. Like she should have been brought in at the beginning of Blade 3, at the end of Blade 2. Like have him as a cutscene. Hey, who are you? Oh, I'm Whistler's daughter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like
I heard the reason too. They were trying to set up the Night Stalkers.
Night Stalkers.
Yeah, they were trying to set them up for the separate movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you said fuck Blade in his third movie. Are you gonna do this? So like when I was seeing how Wesley Snipes was acting like an asshole on set and shit during that whole time, I was like, it kind of makes sense. I mean,
he was frustrated.
Yeah, and it's like you're contractually obligated to finish this project. Like, bruh. But then I read it because I saw there's like something on social media that they said the same story about, and they're gonna do his daughter instead. Someone was like, if that's the case, why don't you just keep Wesley Snipes as Blade and let him pass the mantle? I was like, that would have been better too.
Yo.
Because think about it. People, we're all nostalgic. We would have loved to see Wesley Snipes one more time as Blade.
Could he get that big again though? Because he was big as fucking Blade.
Yeah, that big.
And muscle suits, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
he did it in the in Expendables where he was still like kung fu fighting and shit.
Yeah, well, also, the nigga was in prison too, bro. You know,
Yeah, it's true.
tax evasion.
Tax.
It's the funniest line in that movie.
I fucking hate that movie.
I love The Expendables because it's one of those movies you can just watch and the story means absolutely nothing. You're like, now how you gonna kill this motherfucker this time? You're like, oh, they're gonna drop a bomb in his stomach. You know, like it's just they always do some random ass shit that's dope. So I like that.
Have you seen Beekeeper?
You know I've seen Beekeeper.
That shit was lit as fuck, dog.
Beekeeper made me nervous.
Beekeeper fucking is the greatest movie ever. Okay, the MCU in a whole, I feel
hot garbage. No, I'm joking.
Well, I was gonna kind of ask you what do you think of them, like right now with all the announcements, and what do you think about them moving on from Kane?
Stupid. So this is why it's dumb to me, right? I thought personally, Jonathan Majors was doing amazing, right? And I understand, no matter what view you take on, his situation, they want to step away from that. Right?
But he got found innocent.
Yeah, which again, that's again. I was like, I don't understand wrong with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I'm not gonna get into that. But like, he did amazing. He was the best part of was it Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania?
Yeah,
he was the best part. And let's say if he played that role bad, right? And everyone was, he was the worst person to choose to be Kang. Well, nigga, you introduced us to the multiverse. He has an infinite tries to get that motherfucker right. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you going away from him for? And then they showed us the Council of Kangs, right? A bunch of them. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, especially because I heard they're trying to rework the whole thing. I heard even before his whole situation, they were planning on moving away from him because Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania was so poorly received. But I think the problem with that is everyone thought that he died. So it's like, you literally let Ant-Man kill Kang. That's what people was mad about. But in reality, we don't understand the technology. Is that how he really did?
Nope.
No, he's not. So like there was a whole other thing you could have worked with. So now I'm just like, I don't know.
So you wouldn't what's the fool who was in Ballers? Is it Washington Sun?
Oh yeah, John David Washington.
Yeah, John David Washington. You won't like him playing Kane? I think he'll make an amazing Kane the Conqueror.
So my thing is, if you're gonna recast him, just do it.
Yeah,
that's good casting.
Or the dude from This Is Us. I
don't like the double dipping though.
What do you mean?
You talking about Sterling K. Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Black Panther's uncle, nigga.
Oh shit! I totally fucking forgot about that.
So me personally, that's an amazing choice, but I don't like double dipping.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So because of that reason,
I forgot he was Black Panther's uncle. Two women who look like Grace Jones are outside the door right now. I'll let them in if I were you. That was dude. See, anyone who fuck it. I'm saying anyone who's black knows who Grace Jones is and what Boomerang did for my sexuality. Robin Givens, young Halle Berry, young Tisha Campbell too.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about it. Yeah, young Tisha Campbell too.
You go, girl. No, but I think what's his name? Damson Idris will be good too.
Who's that?
He played Franklin Saint, Snowfall.
Ooh, yeah, dog.
He would kill it too.
I didn't know he was, bruh. Okay, so I'm about the Family Guy right now. Mm-hmm. Did you know the dude who played Martin Luther King, the guy who also played Bass Reeves?
Forgot his name. Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Did you know? No way.
He English.
Ain't no way.
He English, bruh. Look at this documentary. I forgot what.
You know what's funny is I don't know why. Like, it's weird to me that I'm not gonna say that
there's black people in England.
No, I'm trying to figure out a way to say it better. So I'm like, it's not uncomfortable, but it's like shocking. Like, Damson Idris, right?
Yeah.
Watching Snowfall, I was like,
did you know who his vocal coach was?
Yeah, Dub C.
Dub C, exactly.
Yeah. No, but it was funny because watching the show, I was like, he doesn't sound like he's from California. He sounds like he might be from some other state.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, you can tell he's not from California. I was like, but whatever, I let it ride. I saw him do a interview, I think it was like Jimmy Kimmel or some shit. And I was like, oh, let's see what you're talking about. Hit play, heard his real accent. I said, who the fuck is this? And I was like, what? We've been bamboozled.
You want to know? You ever watch All American?
Yeah, I know. What's his name? The main character. Yeah.
He's English. Yeah. I didn't know that until I worked at Warner Brothers, and he came to me. He was like,
so,
and he came up to me and started talking to me in his regular accent.
I knew that because again, I saw him do an interview, and I was like, oh, I was not expecting that. I think that's what it is. It's more unexpected, not like shocking. It's more like you're like, oh shit. Like to me though, that's also not a negative thing. It's a good thing. Like that shows you how good their accents are.
Exactly.
And then it's funny because I'm like, can we do that? Can we flip that? Like, can Black Americans play like Black English people? You know what I mean? Like accent wise. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds like it's funny thing with that way. It was like, damn.
Because I've heard a Black person trying to do an English accent, and actually, no, I'm sorry. I will retract my last statement. Bullshit. Last Voyage of the Demeter, the Dracula movie.
I've never seen it.
It's on Peacock or no Paramount right now. I watched it the other day. Okay. The dude who played Dr. Dre, he does an English accent.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
On point. On fucking point.
Okay.
So I will say that yes, it's very, very, very. It's very possible, basically, to do it, but you have to get an actor who's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like you can't get like you can't get a Tracy Morgan to do it.
Hell no. Because you can't. I feel like he can't do nothing to be himself.
I don't know what you're talking about. I hate like.
Let me get a spot of tape like.
I hate Tracy Morgan so fucking much, strictly because he hates Jimmy Fallon, and I love Jimmy Fallon.
I'm not a fan.
How are you not a fan of Jimmy Fallon?
Well, because I used to watch his show right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I started realizing that he's being fake as hell.
Don't do this to me.
No. If you watch, like when someone cracks a joke that's not funny, he no matter what, in general, when someone cracks a joke, he laughs like it's the funniest joke he's ever heard.
You have to.
No, you don't. Because his show would be way funnier if he was like, yeah, that's not funny. And everybody would be like, oh shit, he calling him out. You know what I mean? Like it'll be a hilarious little thing.
Why are you like this?
What? I'm just saying, be real. Be you.
Anyways,
before we change the subject, I'm not talking about Jimmy Fallon. I'm going back to we were talking about accents.
Yeah.
Did you see Top Boy?
You know, I haven't watched that show.
Nigga.
I gotta watch that show. Everyone says how good that show is.
I remember my boy put me onto it. And first he was like, yeah, it's about, like a drug gang in like
England, right?
Yeah. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll see what this is about. It's just crazy to me because, America is a big gun country. They're not. So the thing is, the funny part, they were driving down the street. They saw one of the ops, right? They jump out the car with pipes and baseball bats and start whooping your ass. That's their version of a drive-by almost.
Is it Gotham City?
No, that's what it looks like, right? They be doing this shit. So this is the thing. They will, if you got beef, right? They'll just throw hands or hit you in the head with a brick or some shit. And then, but when you cross a certain line, they pull the guns out. Like, the gun is the last resort. Okay, this thing got to go.
See?
And that's what makes the show really good. Like, they also, bro, this is the crazy part, too. They throw acid at you.
Huh?
Nigga, bowl of acid. I was like, ain't no way I could let her. I was like, I'd rather be shot.
Why the fuck where would you get acid from?
I don't know how is that. No idea. But watch that show, bro. And it's funny because, their slang made me laugh because, again, I knew it was about drugs, right? And then the main character was talking and he was like, yeah, gotta get my food, bro. Gotta get my food. And I said, these niggas always eating. Where the drugs at? I guess food was the slang, was a code word for drugs. And I was in there laughing because my dad was like, these niggas always hungry. And I was getting mad about it. I was making myself angry. And then I saw somebody got their drug stolen. He said, give me back my food, bro. And I said, oh, that's the food. I said, that makes sense. And it was the funniest revelation, bro. And I was like, yo, it's a good ass show.
Dude, okay, so when back in the niggas I used to hang out with back in like high school and shit, like my high school friends.
1973.
Fuck you, bitch. I graduated in 02. I'm proud to be 40. I got
2002.
I'm a swing. Ooh, I'm a swing. Not Kilo, but like because Kilo I still hang out with, but I'm talking like the other niggas. My homie Walker, his cousins were from England, and we almost got in a fight one time. I almost like beat up his cousin because I was just like, he said something to me, but in English slang it means you're taking off. But in my slang it meant something different.
Yeah.
And I was like, nigga, what the fuck did you say? And he was just like, and he looked at me like weird. And he's like, oh. And then he's like, I'm sorry, dog. He's like, I keep forgetting where I'm at. I was like, oh shit, my bad. You like we apologize to each other, but yeah, the English accent's fucking weird.
It's funny. Not the accent's funny, but
no, yeah, the slang is funny.
Yeah.
Like,
that should have me laugh because it's like. Because it's funny, because their slang sounds weird to us, but I guarantee you shit we say sounds weird as fuck to them.
Oh yeah, they do. They call Nike.
Oh yeah,
which is it's very grammatic, or was it grammatically?
You know, I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know how to. You know what I mean?
You went to school to be a teacher.
No, the fuck I didn't. Don't put these lies out there, man.
How the fuck did you become a substitute then?
You take a test, you pass it. Is substitute teaching really teaching?
Yeah, okay. It's like
that's why I say here, take these worksheets and fuck off.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I feel you, but it's correct how they're saying it. But Nike is a Greek god, so yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nike's a Greek god of like fortune or something like that. So that's where he got the name from, Nike.
I wonder what his Roman name is.
That's a good question.
Because
I know like Roman, Greeks and Romans had different.
Same person, different name. So like that's why I was curious about. Maybe I knew the other name.
Yeah. It'll be funny if it was Adidas. Oh fuck, dude, that should be hilarious. But yeah, dude, like I'm definitely gonna check out Top Boy because I've been meaning to do it, but
so I didn't know either. That was actually a sequel to a other show called Summer House. I believe it's Summer. I believe it's Summer House. Yeah. So there's two characters you know. I watched Top Boy first. I didn't know it was a sequel show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two characters you meet in there. They're essentially the first show's about them when they're younger. They're like teenagers. They're like I want to say like 15 or so, and they just get into the drug game and stuff like that. Then the show ends, and then maybe I don't know if that's in between or not. But then I know this one, like one dude, he's a Jamaican, so he went back to Jamaica, and then in the Top Boy he comes back to England. Well, the other his best friend stayed there the whole time, and they get back into the game together and shit like that.
Okay, I'm gonna check out Top Boy.
I don't know what. Back to the slang real quick though. What's funny is when they say "isn't it," I don't know what the hell that means because I thought they were trying to say "isn't it," but talking fast. Because it's sometimes when they say something, it sounds like they're saying that.
What about ignorant?
Oh my god! No, but it's like legit. It's like INIT or something. But it's like I don't know how they use it. It's just they'll put it behind a sentence. And they're like, "I'm about to give me a sandwich," isn't it? You're like, what the fuck does that mean? You know, like, so I'm really curious to know. I know we got Google and shit, but I ain't looking it up yet. But
should we call England?
How we gonna call him?
Look up a fucking number in England.
Oh, we can go visit.
I don't like their food.
Why? Because it's healthy?
No, because they ain't got no seasoning.
You can bring your own salt, pepper, Lowry's. You can take that in your bag.
Can you take
Lawry's?
Because I'm fucking down. If I can take Lawry's, damn, it's the blackest thing I've ever said.
That is.
Okay, so
The Negro came out.
Oh, fuck it. Right now is my turn to tell a Honda Center story. This one is. Did you ever hear my Justin Timberlake story?
Did he try to serve you dirty pop? that I couldn't get that off my brain. I'm sorry. Once you said it, I was like, get it off your chest, play it, get it off your chest. Nah, I don't think I can story.
So this was, I think, this was before even Edwin got hired. I think it was around. Tucker might have been there. So we had the Crazy, Sexy Love Future, where the fuck that album was, the one with My Love on it.
That was the Sexy Back one?
Yeah, that was the one with Sexy Back on it.
Yeah.
So that tour came in town. It was a GA floor, which means there was no seats. It was a like a kind of like square stage. He's coming up from his walk down was from the 200 level. So they blocked out some area so he can walk down. Each corner of the stage was a VIP area, and it had open bar. It was a fucking lit show. It was an absolutely amazing fucking show, and I would give Justin Timberlake props any day of the week. So everything is pretty much done. The rooms got done early because it was a GA floor. Everything was set up. Everything was like, we're just like, all right, cool. We can just chill and not do anything right now. Deloitte asked me, he was like, hey, go over to the tour managers and ask him if everything's good in the rooms, in Justin's room. I'm like, all right, for sure. And we did do this on occasion, so I didn't think anything of it at the time. So I go into the room, and no one's in there. And by the time I come to, I'm like, okay, cool, no one's there. I turn around, Justin's walking into the room with his fucking 7-foot tall security guard, the biggest Samoan I've ever seen in my life. So I was like,
hey, stage call these or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're related, but like I don't know who his name was. And he was like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, no, I'm like, Mr. Timberlake, I'm just coming in to see if everything's good. Make sure the rooms are to your, like, how you like them. He goes, yeah. Where's the PS4 at? I'm like, I'm sorry. Oh, PS2, because PS2 was out at the time. Where's my PS2 at? I'm like, or PS3. I don't know. It was in here when I left. What'd you do with my PS3? I don't know. Like I just walked in here right now, and I don't know what happened to it. He goes, no, we're getting to the bottom of this. I'm like, Mr. Timberlake, I can call my supervisor right now. He told me to come down here. He was like, no. He shuts the door and puts his bodyguard in front of the door so I cannot get out.
Welcome to Hollywood. No.
I'm calling Deloitte. Chris Lloyd come in. Go for Deloitte. Hey, Justin thinks I took his fucking PS3. I didn't. I swear to God. I just walked in here right now because I had to go handle something else. I'm coming down and like I'm like stuttering. I'm freaking the fuck out. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And he goes, I'm on my way down to the star hallway because his star room was C&D, so the one that connects. So he was like, I'm coming down right now. I'm like, okay. So like, I freaking fuck out my mister. Like, I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, Justin, I swear to God, I didn't. So don't you call me by my fucking first name, you fucking thief. I'm like, Justin, I swear to God, I didn't fucking take anything. I'm like, Mr. Timberlake, please. I'm like, I need this fucking job. The door opens. My supervisor, my two friends, and Justin Timberlake, and Jessica Biel are fucking laughing at me. It was a fucking joke. It was a fucking joke.
That's funny as fuck.
No, it's not, nigga. It made me sweat so fucking bad. And Jessica Biel came up, gave me a hug. She was like, I am so sorry. And Deloitte was like, dude, this is why I sent you, because I knew it was going to be funnier this way. I'm like, you fucking asshole. So this nigga was in on
it. Yeah.
He said, we do this at every arena we go to. Because so I was like, why? He was like, listen. He was like, you want to take a couple shots with me? I'm like, he's like, let's sit down, let's chill for a little bit. So on the upside, I got to kick it with Justin Timberlake and talk to him for like an hour before he went on stage. But the downside is, I shit myself. Yeah. Like, it was, that scared the fuck out of me, dog. Like, I have never been that scared in my fucking life. But on the upside, I got to kick it with Justin Timberlake.
No. It's not a bad ending, though. Mm-mm. That's probably the best story I've heard. Like, because every story I have is all negative.
Because you came at the later days. If you were there when I first got hired on, if you got hired on when the hockey strike was happening, that shit was fun. Bruh, there was a time where all the upper managers, all of them, and I'm not joking, there was not a manager in the fucking building.
Oh, y'all raised hell in there. I know y'all did.
Bro, we didn't do shit. We took 2-hour lunches. Don't clock out for lunch. Joel, God rest his soul, don't clock out for lunch. I'll clock you in and out for lunch when we get back. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to Hooters. What? Oh yeah, we're gonna get fucked up at lunch, Steve dog. We're getting fucked up at lunch today. Joel's driving because he doesn't drink. All right, cool. Let's fucking do this shit. But it was fun, dude.
You know what's funny? I actually miss doing the ice. We were building the ice. Mm-hmm. We did the night shift.
Oh, that shit was fun.
That was.
So there was a time we did that shit, and we were doing it for Disney on Ice. And Joel came in. He was like, "Hey, what did you guys do all day?" I was like, "Oh, we did floods." He was like, "I know you did floods because I have to cut the ice down because you guys did too fucking much." I'm like, "What?" We went out there. The ice was overflowing the fucking you know where we put the seats that are on the ice?
Yeah.
The stage, whatever, or the floor guards?
Yeah.
It was like kind of like going over the tip of that. So he had to go around and cut that down with the lawnmower and then come in with to shave it back down.
Yeah. He
was like, yeah, we have to cancel all the rest of the shifts now. He's like, is this going to be us doing this, like, making sure it's smooth? He's like, good job. He's like, I'm not mad. Yeah. He was like, but goddamn. I'm like, that's what happens. Yeah, we're drinking the whole fucking time.
I remember we did that one night where we did, I think 2 or 3 floods. And they were like, all right, we're going to take a long-ass break. And then we all chilled and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was fun. Those were fun days. But
I do remember, too, one of my best, or also one of my favorite memories was driving the Zamboni.
Yeah.
Because I'll never forget when Steve Dogg was showing me how to do it. I was like, this is kind of cool. Because, yeah, we got to keep looking to make sure, everything's going good. So, I'm leaning my head out and everything, And then I remember when I was driving my car home, I kept trying to lean towards the door, and I was like, "Yo, it was like burned into my brain."
Yeah.
Wait, I got one more, bruh. Do you remember the forklift races in the parking lot, bro? That shit was dope.
Oh yeah. So we used to start off underground where the loading dock was, and it's like we need one forklift up top at North 40, which is the back of the parking lot of the Honda Center. We're like, okay. We all just look at each other. It is normally me, Tucker, Jaquan, and Edwin. Cool. We will start off at the rolling doors, say ready, set, go, and just fucking book it and see who can make it up to North 41st. We didn't need 4 forklifts up there, but we had 4 forklifts up there.
I remember too that one of the lies was someone kept saying, "Oh, we got to train Jaquan on the
forklift." Yeah,
because it was funny though. The forklift training was coming up, and I think Tucker already taught me how to do everything.
Yeah,
there was pallets out back. So I was lifting the pallets up, doing everything. So I was actually pretty good at it, but nobody knew we were doing that. So we would always go up there and just chill. I remember we raced from 140 back to
back down. Yeah.
Yo, that shit was funny. There was always a Fast and Furious quote somewhere going on.
Monica was
I remember that. Like I think it was like a little slight slope going downward, and I think Tucker passed me. I said, "No, Monica!" Like, bro, that shit. Oh, we made the best of a shitty situation.
We
bro.
did. It was a fun job to have, but like I said, I would still be there if they paid more. That's the only thing I wanted.
Yeah.
But that is the end of the podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed making it, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
I got pissed.